favorites. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog on PlayStation 3. This has just made the number 5 on my list on Sonic the Hedgehog on 3D already. Well, for my clue is, this Sonic game is just kind of pretty downside, you know? The spin dash was terrible, the glitches were horrible. Even the downside is the graphics looked like they were kind of amusing to me. This was a terrible game ever. We call it the disaster ever, you know? That's what people say. We're going to call this the disaster, but I don't care. I talked about this game because it's one of the terrible games ever. I played this game in a while, you know? But I haven't beat this game yet, but I don't know why it's taking too long, but I call this the number 5 game ever. Well, but I don't got no clue about this game because this is just way terrible. I played this in a while, you know? Well, Silver and Shadow, you did an awesome job about this game, you know? But most importantly, I don't care about it, you know? The only thing I care about is my favorite games ever, you know? Well, let's go to number 4 on my countdown already. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 4. Actually, Grand Theft Auto is one of my favorite games ever. Well, the shooting people, the mission, the strip clubs, and everything about this game, you know? Most importantly, Nico Bellic is just in America, living an American dream about moving in with his cousin Roman. You know, in this game, there's a lot of things about jacking people, running over, shooting people, even going to strip clubs. That's pretty cool, you know? But let me ask you something. In this Grand Theft Auto, this game makes it feel like you want to do whatever you want in this game. But please, timeouts. And one more thing, people. The missions are awesome. Even the cars. Even you can jump out of a building at the same time. Like a building at the same time, you know? But this Grand Theft Auto 4 is kind of pretty awesome. But this mission is kind of cooler, you know? I'm almost being Grand Theft Auto 4 this close, you know? But and almost coming soon, another chapter is about to reveal called Grand Theft Auto 4 The Lost Dem. You know, this is a different chapter of... The other one was Nico Bellic. Now, this character is calling himself Johnny, you know? Well, Johnny is a character guy from a biker, you know? He's a biker gang, you know? Well, I have never played this game in a long time, but it's coming very soon on PlayStation 3 already. I hope I bet to play that game, but let me ask you something about the mission from Grand Theft Auto 4. There's been a lot about missions about Grand Theft Auto 4. It's like the movie Death Wish, you know, from Charles Bronson that I'm talking about. And this one's mixed up with, like, gang members. You can join police. Or you can even date your sweetheart, too. Oh, you can do a lot of things in Grand Theft Auto 4 already. I've named this the number 4 already of my top favorite games ever in 2008 already. Let's go to number 3 already. Number 3. Guess who, everyone? Well, it's just made to my number 3 in my countdown. It's Mega Man 9. Well, Mega Man 9 has like a classic a way to release like Mega Man 1 through 2, and the graphics look like kind of classy, you know? Even the spikes look like the same thing. It's not like Mega Man 8 or something, or not even Mega Man 7, you know? Well, actually, Mega Man 9 is awesome. I downloaded it on PlayStation 3 already. I did a review of that one, too. And there was more. And Mega Man 9, I call this game, it was cool, you know? Just like how you play Pro Man, even you can play as Roll, too, you know? But what happened to the guy called himself Bass instead, you know? Like the character from Mega Man 8 instead, you know? Well, what am I saying, Pro Man? He dies quickly instead, you know? And the first time in Mega Man 9 history, it was the first woman repeat herself called Splash Woman, you know? For the first time, they named herself Splash Woman. Well, you couldn't believe that instead, but I don't care, you know. I always do game reviews already, guys, you know. Well, let's go to number 2 already on my top 10 favorites. Number 2, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Well, I like to say this game is awesome. I beat this game in a long time, you know. It's my first time I beat this on PlayStation 3 already. Well, the quest is old Snake just got his age, or the graphics look awesome. Even the technology looks amazing. And also the flashbacks are coming back for this time of day, you know, on Metal Gear Solid 4. Well, the story's been revealed. Well, I like Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, you know. It's one of the best games ever on 2008 release already. Well, most importantly, I like the graphics, the music, even the storyline, everything about this game, you know. It makes me hilarious. Oh, there's also you can play online too. And the ones from who beat Metal Gear Solid 4 of the rest of the games, like the one from Fallout 3, Death Space, Life 4, Death, or Recall That Woman again, you know. All these 4 games present everything. Oh, and they read much more about these games, you know. They include all the rest of the games from Metal Gear Solid 4, you know. Metal Gear was the number 2 ever for 2008. The best game ever, you know. I loved it. I beat the game before. I can do it again. Well, it's time for the number 1 of the top 10 most best games of my life. This is called the best games of the p.s.man's top favorite games ever on 2008. Well, you ready for the number 1, one of my picks ever, everyone? Drum roll, please. Hit it. You ready for number 1, people? Well, it's the number 1 ever. It's Resident Evil 5 already. Well, you know why I picked the number 1 ever? Resident Evil 5. It's mixed with Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. Just like all my favorites are already. But this includes like the one from Fallout, and finally the story, it's kind of way cooler than that, you know? Like the guy, he's a flashback, call himself Wesker.
Your mistake. It's over, Wesker.
Well, this storyline, it's way cooler than that from Resident Evil 4, you know? Like the one from Leon Kennedy instead, you know? And mostly, the boss gets a little bit infected with everything in it, you know?
Like those snake things.
These bunch of snake things going on, you know? And more, there's way cooler than the ending is the lava pit, you know? You can jump over it. And the storyline's pretty awesome, you know?
And the maps, too.
The idea about Resident Evil 5 is the number 1 ever on 2008 already. Well, actually, you can even start all over and raise all that money in there, you know? Just like for weapons, you can sell things, do whatever, you know? This game is just way awesome than, like, the one from, Shootouts, you know? Well, I got nothing to say. Resident Evil 5 is the number 1 of my favorites ever. Hope you like this game. It was rated M for mature and everybody. You know, it started like in this story. It starts from the remote Africa, near the one from near the motive. You know, it's like people are infected. Like they're not zombies. They're like half infected. You know. Well, the story keeps building like games like this. You know, from Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Well, I imagine, but I don't care. You know. Well, that's it for everything, people. Well, I'm coming soon, making some more videos after this, you know? Well, see you next time, everyone.